My man gave me 100 envelopes with $50 each to describe 100 reasons why he loves me.
They were not goddesses to be adored. They were there to do a certain amount of work and provide a certain amount of material that you could create with. Your strength, your creativity is the prize.
You can see in this particular TikTok that this is a version of modern courtship where he took 100 envelopes and put a message in each envelope along with a $50 bill in each as an expression of how he cares about her. And so this is, of course, met with tons of comments that are saying this is just fitting of a queen and it's romantic, but it speaks to the state of modern courtship.
Courting used to be the opportunity for that woman to prove that she was worthy material for your acquisition.
She got $5,000 just for being the queen that she is. She is happy. I love this. That's a lot of likes. It's 15,000 likes. Men, take notes. It's not the money that got her to tear up. It's the appreciation. Love this for her. She deserves this. This again is modern courtship.
It's been turned on its head in modern days.
Woo, he set the bar high. We not settling no more. Why am I crying like it was me getting told these things?
It's been turned on its head in modern days for a woman to use your creativity and your resources to waste on dates and entertainment.
Entrepreneur. Risk taker. Lover and investment. Those are all 100 things I love about you. Right there, you have 150, which equals $5,000. That $5,000 is for you to put in your trading account and to continue to go forward because I believe in you like you believe in me.
And of course, the courtship is taking place in the world where this just happened.
So it's okay for him to post videos like this, but not be okay with this. I'm still trying to figure out why in 2023, men feel like as soon as a woman becomes a mother, she's supposed to dim her light, calm down from being sexy, and basically become a cave woman.
Do you think that it's okay for a man to tell his girlfriend what she can and cannot wear? KeKe Palmer just went to an Usher concert and she was wearing this sheer dress. I personally think she looks incredible.
I think that something that's happened in the modern dating market is that men have gotten so incredibly thirsty for affection that the standard of what men will tolerate continues to be lower. And the reason why I can say this is because, well, it's in the comedy. You'll hear it from Eddie Griffin himself.
If God made something better than he kept it for himself. There's a man in this room on this earth that can handle something better than
I could attempt to tackle this problem on my own and explain it, but I don't have to. I have help. This is where I call in for help from my fellow Thundercat Black Mind.
And this is what I tell you. You know, a lot of you think we can't do monk mode, we can't turn down the drawers, we can't turn it down, can't turn down the booty. Well, you can't spend your whole life turning down every single time, but you can turn down a lot of it. And COVID showed a lot of men that. And here's why I say that. See, even when you get married, there will be times you'll need to do that.
Yep.
Because even when you get married, especially if you're only married to one, if you get married and you never turn it down, you will rarely get it. If your wife never hears you say no, she will hardly ever say yes. It's just something in them and they don't realize they have it. And this could be the case unless they are trained religiously as Muslims.
One of the things I like about Black Mind is that he comes from a prestigious university, so he's a bit of a no-nonsense type of guy. And from that, you get serious game where it's not about, I don't have the time to be investing a lot of time into chasing you. Are you down with me? Yes? Okay, then let's rock together. If no, then I got things to do. And it comes through in his presentation. And when he talks about dealing with his significant other, he basically tells you there are times when, even when you're married, you have to say, I don't feel like it, or I have stuff to do, or stop bothering me. And I truly believe the reason why we end up with a comedian like Eddie Griffiths making a joke like he made is because as black men, we have become so much hounds to getting that level of satisfaction, if you will, that we will resort to pretty much anything in order to get laid. I came across this TikTok and I think that they're both South Asian. I would imagine they're Indian, but I want you to watch the interaction between the two of them.
What are some of your red flags in men?
Men who refer to women as females in conversation. That's gross and weird.
Why?
That's a New York thing too. Guys will be like, these females or, you know, whatever. It's like, you mean women. Before you say something about us, say women.
You are a female though.
We're not speaking in scientific terms. This is like colloquial, right? So you would say like women.
Women.
One of the things that guys will notice when they go to more traditional cultures is that there's an aloofness that shows up when guys understand that they are talking to or dealing with people that they are just not going to approach in a certain way. And that aloofness I notice in this TikTok because unless I'm mistaken, this gentleman seems to just be curious about her way of looking at things from a westernized point of view, as opposed to, I'd like to get to know you better for XYZ reasons. And this aloofness is something that would actually be helpful for a lot of us as black men to recalibrate, because our calibrator is off. And some of the things that not just that we tolerate, but some of the things that we do in the name of trying to attract women is off the scale in a way that if it's not recalibrated, it's just not going to be the best situation for a lot of guys. So you could take a note from this gentleman, or even the gentleman in the countries that you go to, and that they're not hounds. They're not going to hound. Hey, this is me. I got questions. I'll talk to you in a professional way, but that's pretty much the scope of it. As I get back to this video that BGS made from 7 years ago, he's simply talking about what should be the case. It is the recalibrator, and it is good to hear a reminder of what we really should be looking for, as opposed to what you see is happening currently.
So when you acquire a woman, I do mean acquire a woman, because that's what you're doing when you date and you spend your money and you accept her into your life. You're acquiring a woman, you're acquiring a vessel. So when you acquire it, she's just like a tool. You have to have a use for her in mind. She is an outlet for you. And if she doesn't fill that role, guess what? She's no good to you. Picking a girl as your woman just because she's hot doesn't make sense.
You'll often hear people speak of self-improvement, and I believe in self-improvement, certainly. Doing things like exercising, putting on muscle mass, watching your diet, slimming down, or things like learning games so you can speak with women or people around you better, or things like adding revenue streams so that you can increase your net worth. Those are the things that traditionally you will hear from people talking about getting better at being a better person, if you will. But I do think that there are some things that are also not as tangible, that are also things that certainly men, and I speak to black men mostly, I believe, that you can do to make yourself better. And that would also include having control over your urges and being able to say no to things that you really want. And that includes sex. Because if you do that, situations like KeKe Palmer with her boyfriend just aren't possible, because he could just say, you're beautiful, you're really sexy, but you're not the girl for me, or not tonight, or I won't tolerate this, I'm leaving. And if you are in a situation where you basically worship the fact that you have someone who wants to, or should I say someone who allows you to be with them physically intimately, and you see that as a win no matter what happens, then you just have not put yourself in a position where you can get the best situation for yourself. That ability to say, you know, this is not what courting is supposed to be, so I'm just going to go somewhere where I can court properly, or I'm just not going to court at all. It's a muscle that I think modern men have to relearn. And if modern men relearn this lesson, on the back end, a lot of men are just going to get a better deal. Because I truly believe the reason why dating is where it is right now is because so many men are saying, I'll take whatever I can get. And if men, or should I say more men, get to the point where they say, I won't buy, then you're going to start seeing some changes. Shout out to Black Mind and be just in more Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you guys next video. Take care, guys.